哎呦妈哟，你瞧多少车呀！我的天呀！
那车有人就完了。
Over the past several days, China's capital, Beijing, has been battered by relentless rainstorms, forcing the city to confront one of the most destructive natural disasters in recent memory. The torrential downpour struck with overwhelming force, shaking this bustling metropolis to its core. Rivers burst their banks, unleashing torrents of muddy water that swept through the city's outskirts. Mountain streams, once calm and picturesque, turned into raging currents. Entire neighborhoods were swallowed by the floodwaters within moments, vanishing from sight. The floods have tested not only Beijing's infrastructure but also the endurance of its people. In the city's northern and western districts, the landscape changed dramatically overnight. Streets and farmlands that once stretched for miles are now vast, muddy lakes. Trees, fences, and utility poles have disappeared beneath the murky water. Residents watched helplessly as their homes were consumed by the relentless tide, their grief and despair palpable. The Mentougou and Yanqing districts were hit hardest. Surrounded by mountains and reservoirs, they were struck by flash floods that roared down the slopes like unleashed beasts, filling entire valleys in minutes. Dams broke, torrents poured into villages, and crops were wiped out. Machinery lay buried under thick mud, livestock vanished, and months of hard labor were erased overnight. The city's transportation network suffered massive damage. Roads cracked open, rail lines twisted out of shape, and highways, once the arteries of Beijing's transport system, now lay submerged and silent. Trucks and buses sat stranded on flooded roads. Underground tunnels turned into waterlogged tracks, severing links between districts. The floodwaters carved out new channels, reshaping the landscape entirely. Power and communication systems buckled under the strain. Substations were submerged, plunging neighborhoods into darkness. Cell towers went offline, and engineers raced against time to restore connectivity. In some towns, with phone lines dead, residents resorted to loudspeakers to share updates and maintain contact. Beijing's industrial corridor also suffered heavily. Factories and warehouses were inundated, expensive machinery corroded beyond repair, and export goods ruined by water damage. Production lines ground to a halt, and many small businesses were forced to shut down temporarily. The economic toll mounted by the hour. Urban communities, meticulously built for modern living yet unprepared for nature's fury, were devastated. The rain came from all directions, overwhelming the drainage system. Manhole covers were blown open by the pressure, and water surged backward through underground pipes. Residents watched helplessly as floodwaters rose, filling basements and apartments with filthy water. Heating systems and storage units were destroyed. Parking lots turned into debris-filled ponds. In some areas, rescue teams navigated small boats through flooded streets, rescuing trapped families and delivering essential supplies. Cleanup crews worked around the clock to restore order, pumping out water and clearing debris from the streets. The aftermath resembled a battlefield. Mud coated every wall, every streetlight, every step. Piles of discarded furniture, soaked books, and ruined belongings lined the sidewalks, silently telling stories of interrupted lives. Yet amid the wreckage, people showed remarkable resolve and an unbreakable spirit. Reconstruction began almost immediately. Authorities moved swiftly to get the city running again. Engineers reinforced damaged levees, cleared blocked tunnels, and deployed massive pumps to drain floodwater. Thousands of workers labored in shifts, scrubbing mud, hauling debris, and restoring power and water, to bring life back to the capital. Gradually, transportation began to return. Railways reopened after careful inspection and repair, highways cleared one lane at a time, and buses once again rolled through the streets. The city's determination was visible everywhere. A quiet, collective belief took hold: Beijing would not bow to the storm. Environmental experts, however, warn that nature's wounds will take far longer to heal. The floods eroded riverbanks, carried silt deep into wetlands, and left reservoirs littered with debris. Farmlands remain waterlogged and unusable. Restoring the ecosystem, they say, will take years, not weeks. The storm left scars not just on the city's surface but deep within its foundations, a powerful reminder of nature's might. Yet Beijing answered that challenge with resilience and resolve. In the quiet that follows the tempest, the capital breathes again, battered, muddied, but unbroken. Thank you for watching this edition of DisasterScope, where we take you inside nature's most powerful moments. If you found this report helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps us bringing clear, factual, and human stories from the heart of every disaster. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Please note that some visuals in this report are for illustration purposes only and may not depict the actual scenes described. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.